Om Namah Shivaya, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Veronica. I'm a psychic medium, starseed, and part of the 144,000 Earth Angelic Collective, who has reincarnated here on the planet to assist the collective consciousness in its own evolution and, in return, the evolution of the planet itself. So, thank you, collective, for doing your part. I'm going to do mine, and I'm going to deliver a message. Before I begin, I'm going to go ahead and connect with Spirit through a few deep breaths. I hope you guys have been doing really well. The energy has been very challenging lately. Just don't forget to return to the breath anytime you feel like you're spiraling out. Because we kind of are spiraling out through space. We are screaming through the solar wind. So right now it is a bit past midnight on the 24th, Thursday. And I did not do a recording yesterday for the 23rd. I was just so tired. I took a rest day, spent time with my family, and just really had to take it easy. Went to sleep around like 7 o'clock, which is unheard of for me, just because there's too many things going on, mom life. But I had the opportunity where me and the little one was able to get to sleep early. He's been sleeping a lot too, which, this energy bombards our little ones. We have to make sure that we're giving them a lot of grace, okay? Give everybody around you grace. We're all experiencing the same type of energy. And physically, it feels like my body temperature has been raised. So it's like, I feel like I'm being gently simmered on the stove of the universe. I don't know if you guys are having any similar effects. But something that I noticed is like you are what you eat. So whatever you're putting into your body is being simmered along with you. It's like you're a soup. You're a cosmic soup. You're a stew. Yeah, you are what you eat. So your molecular composition is changing based on what you put into your body. Give yourself grace. Be gentle. Drink lots of water. Okay? So this is yesterday, the 23rd's Mayan Oracle. I think it's important to go over. The 22nd was the Feast of Mary Magdalene. And I just want to say really quick that giving thanks to these physical emanations of spirit for what they were seen as is incredibly important, because who was Mary Magdalene? She was the bride of Christ. And what did she represent? She was the apostle of the apostles, they called her, because after Jesus rose from the crypt, he appeared to her first, and she was the one to tell the apostles that he had risen. And she was discounted and throughout history recounted as a whore and a prostitute. But she was the one who redeemed the choice of one to maintain their body and their mysticism, and using the body as a tool of your mysticism, which is also what Christ Jesus taught. So the day of the 23rd was the red self-existing dragon. If you follow Mary Magdalene lore, she's regarded as, a queen of dragons. And what is the dragon? This is the glyph of the dragon, To me, it looks like a portal that's opened on top of a mountain. And if your spinal column is the mountain, then this portal is the crown on top of your head. It's the energy from your galactic ancestors that come down onto the planet and ripple out in the horizontal planes. Yes, we have the vertical planes, but kind of need to have both. This is tone number 4, which is about the 4 pillars of the earth. We are guided by the red earth, which is about navigation, evolution, how we're all connected here on the earth plane through the 4 pillars and the horizontal planes. And we say, thank you, Elohim. Our helper glyph today is the white mirror. And this is the wave spell of the white mirror. And as I was examining this glyph, you know what it looks like? It looks like a web. It's like a spider web. And it represents endlessness, reflection, mirroring. I am another you in Lakesh. It's about how your life force and your birth and your nature ripples out across all of time and space, altering the divine emanations in a way, The occult glyph today is that of the yellow sun, which is universal fire. It's life itself. And I just think it's interesting that the sun is underneath the dragon here. So it's like literally it's like putting your cosmic dragon self on top of fire. And birthing, nurturing, navigation, the map, this is a map, an endless map. And the challenge glyph yesterday, sorry if I said today, it's not today anymore. I just want to do like a rolling energy type thing, because that's the thing about Mayan technology, Mayan time technology, is that it's a rolling wave that never ends. Just like our time, it's a rolling wave that never ends. It gains momentum, it loses steam at times, but it never stops. Challenge glyph is that of illusion with the blue monkey. Illusion, perhaps a bit of trickster energy. And we were being asked to focus our efforts on new creations, on starting new. And that could be as simple as closing your eyes, taking a deep breath, and then opening your eyes again to see a new vision reflected back at you, and we were being guided by evolution. So it's like, what really do you want to change in your life? You have the ability to see through all of the illusion, see through all of the masks, through this new fire that's cooking up within your being. The radial plasma of the day was called Limi, and it's about the solar plex chakra. And the keywords for that are purification of the mental electron that is released at the North Pole of the planet. So whenever you focus on the energy of the day, you focus on a specific chakra, and each one has a corresponding glyph or radial plasma. So this was yesterday. Yesterday was the solar plexus chakra. And now moving into Thursday, 24th, we are in the white overtone wind, kin number 122. And the overtone tone is number 5. And you will always see either dots or lines above the center glyph, which is the glyph of the day. And this is, how you read the Mayan oracle. And I get all this information from the 1320 Sync app. So feel free to download that if this is calling to you. I also took a class through David and Bella QPW to learn about Mayan cosmology. I think it's really important as we connect to our cosmic selves. So yes, this is the white overtone wind, kin number 122. The radial plasma is called Cilio, and it is the heart chakra. The keywords for that are mental electron neutron, discharge at the center of the earth. And this is like adopting the Buddha consciousness through a heart-centered way of being. And on your exhale, releasing that neutron, which is Cilio, into the center of the planet. This is a deeply grounding practice. And it's all about your breath. It's all about how you communicate and what you speak into the planet, what you speak into existence, Spelling is the spell after all. And it's funny because, Mercury is going to go into retrograde soon. So it might be challenging to connect with other humans. The yellow human is the challenge glyph today. And that's all about your free will, right? It's like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Type vibes with that. Yeah, you could speak it out as much as you want, but the challenge might be, stubbornness of the human. And connecting with one another through the earth grid. The helper glyph is the earth, the red earth, which, as I spoke about before, was about navigation. I see it as a map. Like the glyph itself looks like a map, like all these 20 paces northwest, northeast, whatever. But the guide glyph is the white dog. White dog, loyalty, unconditional love, beautiful, beautiful energy. And it's about sticking to your guns, sticking with it. Sticking with the path towards your evolution. You're being guided and assisted through evolution. Evolution that you're speaking out. And the secret helper glyph, the glyph of the occult down here, is the blue storm. It's about self-generation, like the energy that forms within your core, and catalyzation, how it's launching you into the inevitable change, because the only constant is change. It's Shark Week, by the way. I was thinking about that, and we went to the library and rented this book, and it's so funny that I'm just suddenly being reminded of this, but there are some species of sharks that if they stop moving, their organs fail. They constantly have to be moving and filtering water through their body for life to continue occurring. So the only constant for them is constant movement. They have to constantly be moving, and I think that's kind of what this tone number 5, the overtone tone, is speaking about. I am going to read the mantra of the day as it's written out in the app. it's super helpful. So I'm going to just read it for you. I empower in order to communicate. Commanding breath, I seal the input of spirit with the overtone tone of radiance. I am guided by the power of heart. So it's cool that Cilio with the heart chakra and the white dog, which is love and loyalty, as our guide. It's like if you come into any roadblocks with other people today, or even with yourself, with changing your mind about something, with coming to grips about something that's present within your third dimensional reality. Excuse me. Drink more water. Yeah, number 1, take a deep breath. Number 2, drink more water. Thanks, Spirit. And number 3, just know that we are held together through the forces of inevitable change, yes, but we're held together through the forces of inevitable love as well. So, jot that one down. I'm guided by the power of heart. Yeah, tone number 5, empowering, commanding, and radiance. It's shining forth. Number 5 in numerology, I believe, is also about change. So this is a lot of change on the planet and change on your planetary body, your one body, the one. If you subscribe to that mindset, which, I mean, we're all connected, so you might as well. All right. Let's pull some oracle cards. Yes, once again, thank you for coming to my channel. My name is Veronica. Press the like button and then share this with your friends who resonate. Comment down below too, show me some love. I love reading for the collective that I read for, Ooh, the nonogram, the 9-pointed star. I love you, collective. Hey, check it out. We're all evolving together. Check it out. 9-pointed star. We're wrapping some things up. We're in the pressure cooker of our planet. The pressure cooker of the gravitational field. Venus. Pressure cookers of love. Yeah, everything is love. It's just an emanation. Ooh, love through spirit. Malkuth. Malkuth is the bottommost sphere on the tree of life. It represents the earth star chakra, the crystal at the center of the planet, where we send Cilio, our love. The thought of love before it's the intentions to love before the thought and the feeling can even occur. It's the fact that it exists. It's the building block before, before protons and neutrons and electrons are generated. It's the ultimate creation potential. Ooh, and the dodecagram, the 12-pointed star. So we're getting a lot of geometry out here already, which is very interesting. A lot of geometry. So 12, again, completion of a cycle through using love as the catalyst. Wow. This is already such humongous energy. And earlier today I was connecting with the Arcturians, which it was specifically the electric blue tone. It's like this electric blue color of structure. It's very geometrical, and I'm just seeing so many beams of it's a little bit ridiculous. Spirit. Come on. Okay, this Neptune illusion of the separation, you know, a barrier that is dissolving, perhaps. And Saturn, ooh, and Bina. Yeah, Neptune and Saturn. And then we have Bina, divine feminine, the void. Number 3, Saturn on the Tree of Life. Holy smokes, 8-pointed star. Number 8, infinity. Karma, cycle repetition. But also binary elliptical orbit. I was listening to I listened to Heather Emsworth. I've listened to her for a long time. And I remember she did a talk once about how there's a theory that our star is a binary star to Sirius, the dog star. We're guided by the white dog today. Ooh, I'm getting full body chills. That's cool. Oh, I love that. Okay. One more, please. Honshaze Shonen, Reiki. This is a symbol that's used in distance Reiki and also time and space Reiki. It can move backwards and forwards through time. It's usually it's used to assist healing of past wounds and sending yourself love in the future, right? Praying over yourself, praying over things that have occurred, and trying to bring balance to those points in time and space. Wow, this is a dope ass reading. Okay, and then at the bottom we have Chesed, which is divine mercy, divine grace. Grace of the feminine, grace of the mother. J Ma. Thank you, Amma. Thank you. Thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you, Elohim. Thank you, Arcturian beings of light. I'm like shooketh right now. Yeah, so Neptune and Saturn. Okay. I am still learning True Sky Sidereal astrology, but I am versed in speaking about tropical zodiac, so I'm going to do that for this reading. But Neptune and Saturn are currently moving in retrograde through the sign of Aries, which means they're both in Pisces right now in sidereal sky, okay? But they will be making a conjunction in February 2026. So if we're talking about dissolving of illusions with Neptune, it's happening through the lens of Saturn, which Saturn, also called Kronos, maintains the third dimensional structure, you know, our bones. Saturn is structure, exalted in a Venusian sign Libra, which is about balance. So we are balancing the structure of our geometry through spirit and through pure creation potential. And we're doing it in a way that not only is a divine mirror from heaven, but it's a divine mirror from these other star systems, like the Sirius star system. And And we're doing it in a way that reaches beyond the veil of time and space, right? It reaches beyond third dimensional laws of time and space, and we're dissolving that liminal barrier with Neptune. We're completing the 12. This is so crazy. I want astrology cards. I want astrology cards. Hello, sweet cherubim on high, singing sweetly. Okay, that. Mercury retrograde. Reinvention. Yeah. On the 9-pointed star. Reinvention. So, 9-pointed star is about wrapping things up. It's about tying up all of those loose ends. It is the inner alchemy that occurs through the lens of Mercury, which is communication. It's your business. It's every small little detail. All of the things that add up into the large. You're reorganizing that. Reinvention, reorganize, revisit. It's all those RE words. You know, I learned that from Molly McCord. Thank you, Molly. 4th house, roots, and Venus. That is gorgeous energy. Venus in the 4th, that's like Venus in Cancer. Cancer is the mother, the water, the feeling, the emotion, the exchange of emotion, the family, the lineage. And it's also what gets passed down from generation to generation. It's a moksha house, you know, it deals with karma. It deals with karmic patterns and karmic loops. So if we are reaching beyond the veils of space and time to assist in rebalancing and dissolving and collapsing and reinventing, we are reinventing our 4th house. Okay, this one looked great. Interesting. In the 8th house, okay. So we have a trine of energy here between the 4th and the 8th. This is endings and beginnings, and like I was saying, this is like scorpionic energy where we are, you know, it's the number 8 again, 8-pointed star, infinity symbol. We're collapsing old timelines, endings and beginnings, and that's coming out on top of Malkuth, which I associate also with the element of spirit, the 5th element. And if it resides in the center of our planet, something is ending and something else is beginning. Not only inside of our bodies, you know, your planet, but the planet below, as above and so below. We can watch everything happening in space above us. We can, you know, document and quantify. We could do the same with things happening below us. We can document and quantify all the earthquakes happening, all the solar flares happening, right, man? Well, it's happening in here too, in a way. You know, pay attention to your body. Give it what it needs. Pisces, I believe on the 12-pointed star. Interesting, 12-pointed star. Pisces associated with 12th house. 12 signs of the zodiac, 12 months in a year. 12 angels of Atlantis. 12 disciples, with the 13th being Mary Magdalene, the disciple of the disciples. And as we move beyond the 12, which is structured with Saturn, we're moving into the 13, which is unbound, wild. You know, it's the birth of it's the return of this birth, as I said, the return. And here's the south node on Neptune. Yeah, it's the return of something from the past, something that they knew in the past. Jupiter return benefits. Jupiter and Saturn. Yeah, interesting. So I'm being taken back to 2020 when Jupiter and Saturn had their conjunction. This is stretching all the way back to when Christ Jesus walked the planet with Mary Magdalene, and how we're talking about binary stars, and how our star in galactic orbit moves in tandem step with its binary star, Sirius. Like Yeshua and the Magdalene moved in tandem step throughout their evolution on Mother Gaia. Jupiter is the great benefic, and coming with Saturn here, structure of benefits, you know. Absolving the sins of the past, the sins that were absolved from Yeshua and Mary Magdalene's union. Why did they have a union? Because they were living examples of how to ascend their consciousness on the planet to be reunited with Father, right? Pardon me. Yeah, this is the descendants of these immortal beings of light on the planet. It's like the children of Jesus and Mary Magdalene reuniting to actually cause a reunification of spirit at the heart, like at the quantum level. Like, it's amazing. Okay, let's get 3 more cards, Spirit. Let's finish this spread out. Grand Trine, blessings on top of Bina, the void. Pure creation potential. Through partners, 7th house. On the octagram, which is like the binary star again. As I was seeing it. Okay, that one. And 3rd house, messages. Ooh, hieroglyphs. Cool. Maybe you guys stretch back to Egypt. But whatever it is, it's timeless. It's timeless communication between your souls as you are light embodied. And it's cool because you'll recognize it. You'll recognize the reasons why you're coming into contact with specific people. Yeah. Uranus. Genius. Very nice. Very nice, very nice. Let's get some Marielle Tarot. Marielle Tarot. My favorite tarot deck. Lots of angels. Lots of Gnostic symbolism, which I'm a fan of. Which I just so happen to be a fan of. I don't know if you could tell. Okay, my lovely, lovely spirit. Here, take a fat stack. I'm scry though. I love you, Spirit. Alright, we're gonna take him. We're gonna take these. So, okay, we have the Magician holding Metatron's cube, coming out on top of Mercury retrograde reinvention. So this Mercury retrograde, and I keep getting this energy every flippin' day that I do these readings, but Mercury retrograde card has been falling out, telling us how many blessings it's going to be bringing us. And you know, Saturn and Neptune are in retrograde. Venus is stationed direct, like she's moving forward, which is nice and smooth at least, but like Venus in Cancer, you know, Venus is about to move into tropical Gemini, I believe. I might be getting my wires crossed. She might be moving into sidereal Gemini soon. But in any case, you know, the next card out is, I have to cover most of it because YouTube isn't cool with nudity on art, but this is the Ace of Discs. It's the Minotaur, and at the center of its belly is the labyrinth. So it's like entering the labyrinth of the earth, of its earth. It's this beast, untamed, who learns that its body is technology, and that by going within, attempting to solve the Rubik's Cube of death from within, right? Go watch that video where we're solving, like, I think it was 116 Rubik's Cubes, like, in only a few seconds. It was just like, well done, Starseeds. Well done. But yeah, that's really what's happening, and you're doing it through love with Venus here. You're doing it through your family. You're assisting your family. It's like you have to do it yourself, and then your love ripples out and overflows and assists them in doing their own thing. Okay, we have the Seven of Discs, which is the Chariot, being pulled by all of these planetary spheres. It's commanding the arc of the planetary, the arc of our solar system. That's exactly what this is. It's an energetic arc wave. On top of 8th house, endings and beginnings, and Malkuth. And then the next card was the Sun. So it's like the sun of the sun in Pisces season, or not Pisces season, Pisces season. When is Pisces season? February to March. Late February, when the Neptune and Saturn conjunction happened. Whoa. Why am I so psychic? Okay, 2 of Wands. On South Node, Life Stats, and Neptune. 2 of Wands, 2 trees growing together, growing their branches and their roots, creating a portal. It's a portal throughout all of time and space, right? You can receive messages through. Messages from the sun. Thank you, Elion. We give our thanks. And we will continue to balance ourselves out. It's like this is telling you during the reinvention of the Mercury retrograde time period, you're going to be working on balancing out a lot of different things in your family. in this lifetime, and by doing that, it's going to fix so much that happened in your bloodline, and you're going to be guided by the power of love and power of communicating. But as we saw with the mind glyph of the day today, it might be hard to connect with other people, but we're all children of the earth and children of the sun. 6 of Cups, okay, Archangel Uriel, rising from the depths of the water, bursting through this barrier, going from water to air, reaching far down in the depths below, only to be shooting straight back up after learning what was at the bottom, right? Bottom of the bottom. And that's Saturn. Saturn is very heavy energy. It's very interesting. It's like being weighed down so completely, and then Jupiter, the great benefic, coming through and allowing for some buoyancy. And the buoyancy just propels you upwards out of the deep water, the deep feelings, the heavy weighted feelings that no longer hold pressure over top of you. And it's like you have the buoyancy in your lungs and in your chest. You open, you expand, and you can breathe better. And as you reconnect with your breath, you reconnect with your center, and you have that ability of 2 of Wands, right? Wands is fire. Fire of desire. You desire this change. You desire to enter this new phase of your life where you aren't on one path or the next, but you're meeting in the center, as the 2 binary points of light have their conjunction. Okay, and then the King of Discs. King of Discs. This is represented by, I have to look up the book actually, but we're being blessed by this Godhead emanation as he comes with Grand Trine blessings and Bina. King of Discs. This very Atum, the first creator god, yes. I have to cover up his willy. This very earthly looking images are really a picture of the universe. It is Atum, the first creator god, and it is Usaset, his hand, the great acacia tree, tree of life, the Ka of Atum, us, the physical universe. Atum has schmecks with himself. He sucked his own phallus, making himself the Ouroboros. He spit out the semen, creating air and moisture, and probably the best rainbow ever, beginning the creation of the whole universe from his own flesh. The beginning of matter becomes a tree, a fantastic acacia tree that grows and branches, containing all life that ever exists, all matter. The whole of the manifest universe is a giant tree growing at both ends, kind of like this. Flowering, branching, and fruiting. Remember, Usaset is the one who grows and comes. And at the end, this salt and Mercury, this god and goddess, this god and his hand, this god and his soul, this world of matter and world of spirit have sex, and from that comes fruit, and that fruit in the end is eaten by Atum, ending the cycle and ending the universe. He eats his own fruit, and the universe collapses back into one. The King of Discs is the completer, the finisher, which is what the word Tem, which Atum is based on, means. He is the manifest king, the king of all the elements, and he is eating the fruit of life. As God eats the universe, he creates from his flesh. The wheel turns, but it won't end today. Maybe he will just lick it a little for now, meet life with lust. Good stuff, right? So we're being blessed by our own creations. And I love it because yesterday's glyph was the red dragon, which is your creation, your new birth. It's what has been birthed through a partnership that is ultimately blessing you, right? And the message that really does keep coming through for me is that you're not supposed to judge the emanations of the blessings as they appear in your life, because it might show up in ways that you might not like at first, or ways that don't make sense, because it's like, oh really? I'm still learning lessons? I'm still collapsing out old timelines? Yes, and that's a blessing. It's a blessing to close out these old timelines. It's a blessing to clear, cancel, and rebuke the energy that doesn't belong in your life anymore. It's good to let that shit go. It's good to become light. You are becoming light. Act like it. That was a little too sassy, but I hope you get what I mean, okay? 10 of Swords and below, Death riding a pale horse. Wow. 10 of Swords, 7th house partners, and octagram. So that's an ending of a relationship. And it's being considered a blessing because it's allowing for you to access the void. And it's allowing for you to transmute this energy through love. It's ending a cycle with somebody on purpose, but doing it in a way that honors them. I can't show most of this card either, but it is the world. Yeah, the universe, your body, the planet, Mother Gaia. Yeah. You're healing the world through this communication that is going to happen today on White Overtone Wind Day. It's a big day. And at the bottom we have the Hermit. It's okay to stay in hermit mode for a little bit longer, right? It's okay to be the hermit and and still be the one who enacts this deep divine change and rebalancing of the universe. You know, you took your power back, but you did it through love. You did it through love. You found the right partner to help you take that back. Okay, top card. Purity. I love that. I love that energy. Purity on the Magician. On Mercury retrograde. On the 9-pointed star. Yep. Deep alchemy and transmutation. Deep transmutation. Creating something from nothing. Creating something from your body. With a tomb. And, you know, in Egyptian pantheon, there's a tomb Ra. A tomb, the creator god merged with the sun god, Ra. Air. Communication. And that's coming out again on top of Ace of Discs. Starting a new journey that is guided with air. 4th house, Roots, and Venus. Communicating your love. Validation card on the bottom. My favorite card in the deck. Okay, that one. Adversity. 7 of Discs, Adversity. 8th house, Endings and Beginnings, and Malkuth, the Sephiroth. Yeah, that is just speaking about the dualistic nature of, you know, how we view each other. It's like black and white with no nuance at times. And this is opening up to more nuance and opening up to the fact that, I'm looking at this card and it's a bunch of beautiful flowers growing under the sun. There's a lot of different types of flowers, There's a lot of nuance out there. There's a lot of things that people say yuck and yum to, and it's okay to honor the path that it takes to climb this mountain. Oh, cool, this is the sun on top of the mountain. It's Buddha mindset. It's Buddha mindset. Pisces, Pisces, deep spirituality. You are being guided and assisted through deep spirituality in ending these cycles and becoming whole. You are becoming whole through spirit. Stuck. Neptune, South Node, Two of Wands, and stuck. Once again, we're talking about this stuck energy getting dissolved with Neptune. Because Neptune is that planet that obscures like a mist. But the mist is being absolved completely and totally dissolved. There's no more illusions. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you open the box, you can't close it again. Once you enter, you're in. Validation. Validation on Saturn. Jupiter return benefits. The benefits of Saturn, of doing your due diligence, doing your work, swimming that lap, and rising to the occasion. You knew what you were signing up for. You knew the potential that it had to, maybe, what they say, it's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. And I feel like that is so true, okay? We have the Earth, Bina, okay? Bina, again, that's divine feminine energy. It's the void of creation. It's the womb space where our life becomes stitched together and we're being blessed by Atum Ra. The earth is being blessed by Atum Ra. Thank you. Thank you, God Most High. The sacral chakra on top of octagram, 7th house partners, 10 of swords, and sacral. Yeah. It's going from the binary to the point of unity inside your body. And it's using this sacral, sexual, creative energy to access new timelines. You're doing it with the assistance of a partner, or you're doing it by ending the relationship with a partner and finding it within yourself. So this is really just like an idea of multiple ways that one can attain this non-duality. Okay, 2 meeting 1. Very cool. Spring. Oh, we like to see the spring. We like to see the spring. What happens after Pisces season? Aries season. The spring. So this is all early 2026 that we're talking about. Swing. Death. Death. Again, ending of cycles. This can be very metaphorical. It can also be, okay, it's the metaphorical aspect of the sun setting in the west and the sun going through the underworld every night. Ooh. for purification. It's like, and at the bottom we have raven magic. Now, crows are one of my spirit animals, and I have a whole bunch of them. I have a whole murder of crows that come to visit me, up to 5 at a time will they come. And crows are seen as divine messengers. They're also seen as, a darker energy. But you can't have one without the other. And you can't have an equal exchange of communication energy without the other side giving to them as well. So as I feed them, I attempt to fill their cups with lighter energy so that they may spread that instead of the darker energy as they go throughout the neighborhood, right? So it's just one way to put into action while you're in hermit mode, is seeding the wildlife around you, because that is the ripple effect that we're talking about here. Okay? So your purity will cause death, but it's a metaphorical death, and it's a metaphorical death that pertains to the starvation of the output. Like it's like you're no longer outputting the darker energy, you're just outputting the specific frequency that is necessary for rebalancing the environment around you. And you know how you can do it? It's because you're a star seed. Infinite stars of air, communication. Bear, rest. Yeah. On top of adversity. Yeah, I know it's hard to rest, isn't it? It's hard to slow yourself down, but you need to. You need to. Okay, 57:44 on the timer. I'm going to wrap this up pretty soon. Spirit's telling me go take a rest. Okay, Raven is telling me go take a rest. Raven on the mountain, on the sun, on Pisces. This Odin and his 2 ravens. And birth. You're no longer stuck. It's like a baby in the birth canal. Shooting out. Birthing things of the past. Or, no. Past is dissolved. Yeah. Orca whale records. You are reaching so far deep into the past that you understand that everything that happened in the past is happening now in this lifetime. And it could feel like 2 of Wands, In traditional tarot, the 2 of Wands is a man standing, holding one wand and looking out across a vista like he's going to go on an adventure. And I'm seeing stuck in birth. And what's coming through is like an actual birth is happening. And you're planting roots instead of going and traveling. Yeah. We have 4th house roots on the table. And Hermit came out at the bottom of that tarot reading. But the thing is, like, if if you dip into your Akashic records, you'll see how much you have traveled. And this stuck energy will not last forever. So I'm just hearing that it's time for more creation to be birthed onto the planet. And we do have 7th house partners on top of the sacral chakra. So it's like there do need to be at least some temporary roots that are planted long enough to cause new birth, to cause a new creation. Okay, Spirit, 3 more, please. This one? Serpent, healing. Yeah, this is sexual healing energy for sure. Through partner, specifically. But it's like, for some of you, part of your sacral needed to be healed first. But you have good luck in doing that. Part of your sacral needs healed first before you will come into contact with this partner for you. And for others, if you do have a partner now that is divinely led, that is the one that you are supposed to be with, and you know, this energy provides this amazing healing energy to the community, to your small community, you know, through your merging, through your non-duality, non-dualistic union. And it's just by you existing. And I love that. Yeah, kinship at the bottom. That's amazing. Amazing. Let's get a couple affirmation cards out here. Okay, Spirit. What else do we want them to know? We want you to know about your worth. That you are worthy. You do deserve this love. And it's coming in. It's a tiger inside of a Taurus with a whole bunch of butterflies around. That's beautiful. You've been worthy to belong, to love all along, without any need to improve. In fact, you are love itself. You are love itself. You are infinite love, infinite air, infinite water, infinite fire, infinite spirit, infinite earth. Flow, flowing like a dolphin. What's up? Allow me, divine, to move with the flow and respond with calmness and peace. Yeah, stay in flow. Divine flow. Flow and divine flow coming up right next to each other. Eventually, one sublime desire takes precedence over all others to follow the Tao, the divine flow, at all cost. And that's what you're doing. You're going with the flowing. It might not look pretty at first, but it's divinely led, and you've been trusting. So continue to trust. Okay. Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. Continue to trust. Continue to examine. This energy is gaining momentum. That is the waxing moon. Okay. And something that I just need to say is that we're having a new moon today. There's a new moon. So set your intentions. Before you set your intentions, you have to know thyself. You have to know where you are on the earth, you know. I'm looking again at the glyph or of the oracle, and we're being assisted by navigation. So it's like you have to navigate where you are in your body. You have to focus your heart on your heart and focus on how you feel. And if there's something weighing on your chest, get that shit off your chest. Yeah, it might be hard to say it to another person, but you know, this cataclysm, this catalytic change you're speaking out into the universe, it's divinely led, and it honors not only you but the other party, but just make sure that you're communicating in love, okay? Be nice, be gentle, be kind. They're worthy. They're worthy of love, just like you are. Maybe you guys just weren't in lockstep, like you weren't those two stars orbiting each other. And that's okay. It's best that you come to the inevitable conclusion. And when you know, you know. It's okay to let things go. It's okay. Yeah. South Node right now is in Virgo. Or if you're doing sidereal things, it's in Leo? I don't know. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Okay, let's see. Okay, Mother Mary, come through. Give us a message. Our Lady of Holy Fire. Our Lady of Holy Fire. It's beautiful. Two doves on her shoulder. Radiant. Radiant, radiant, radiant. To live is to burn, to grow, and to ignite the heart and soul with passionate devotion to a higher purpose. I ask you to honor me even when it seems like what you love is burning away or what you have believed in you is failing you. I ask you to remain open to me even if you are in shock, denial, or feel betrayed or broken. To live with an open heart is for the brave souls that love me and are capable of loving the world. I bring you holy fire. It burns through me as a spiritual passion and ignites now in you also, my child. You are to receive this fire now and set the heart of the world aflame. Spiritual passion. Spiritual passion, feeling connected to our own divine destiny. We have to be willing to allow our hearts to burn for something greater than our own individual needs and wants. This is beautiful. It's the fire of the Holy Spirit. It's the breath of the Holy Spirit. Through divine feminine emanation. Through the feminine serpent line, which is about healing. And what is the serpent? It's your Kundalini life force. It is your body's technology and the energy that gives you life. It's honoring the life processes through honoring the body's processes and understanding that you are in a constant state of flow. Like that shark that has to filter water through its body to constantly live. I mean, that's us too. We have to drink water every day. But I'm going to leave the message here because I'm tired. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. Again, if you haven't done so already, press the like button, subscribe to my channel. My name is Veronica, and sending a lot of love out there in the collective. Om Namah Shivaya.